Hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning again. This is Rose Jeffrey from Harlem, Corporate Secretary from Harlem Community Development Corporation. I'd like to welcome everyone to the meeting today and ask that you please mute your phone and keep it muted unless you're speaking. For the record, before we begin, I'll be taking a roll call of the directors to ensure we have a quorum present. If you're on the line, please say present when you hear your name. Thank you. Maria Arce, Michelle Cruz,
Present.
Shauna Harmongoff,
Present.
Arbor Rice,
Present.
Lamond May,
Present.
Holly Drakeford,
Present.
Shauna Marks,
Present.
Frida Foster,
Present.
Yolanda Ford,
Present.
Eric Sorello,
Present.
Gabrielle Lewenstein,
Present.
Dana Reed,
Present.
Marielle Sanchez, Terrell Brock,
Present.
Keisha Sutton James, Ernestine Temple,
Present.
Deneen Brown,
Present.
and Eunice Jackson,
Present.
Curtis Archer,
Present.
Destiny Burns.
Present.
Thank you. Okay, thank you all for joining. We have a quorum. I'll now turn this over to Frida Foster, our acting chairperson for today's meeting. Frida?
Thank you, Rose. Good morning. I'm Frida Foster. I'm happy to serve as chair for today's meeting. I now call to order the meeting of the directors of the Harlem Community Development Corporation for Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone, please, to keep your phone on mute until you are ready to speak. Also, for the record, I will ask that anyone wishing to speak, please be sure to state your name before you begin. Once again, we note for the record that due to the public health concerns and as authorized by an executive order of the governor, this meeting will be conducted by teleconference. I will also note for the record that the public was given the opportunity to comment on today's agenda item by submitting their written comments by 5:30 p.m. yesterday to hcdcboard@esd.ny.gov. For the record also, no comments were received from the public. The directors have received the written materials in advance of today's meeting, and they are free to ask questions at any time during the presentation. Again, just remember to state your name and be on mute when you are not speaking. Before we begin with the substantive portion of the meeting, I'd like to ask the directors whether anyone has any potential conflict of interest with respect to the agenda items. If so, I would ask that you please make an appropriate disclosure on the record at this time. We will then be sure that you recuse yourself from any discussion or vote regarding this item. Are there any recusals for today's agenda item? Okay.
Hello, this is Yolanda Ford. I did not receive the materials.
Okay.
Okay, Yolanda, I'll forward them to you now.
Thank you.
This is
Yolanda,
Arbor Rice. This is Arbor Rice, and I did not receive the materials.
Okay, what I'll do then, I'll just send them out to the entire board right now, okay?
Okay. Should we get started now, or do you want to wait for the board members to receive
I'll give them a
materials?
few minutes to receive.
Okay. So we're 5 minutes or 3 minutes?
Depends on how long it'll take them to look at the materials once they receive.
Oh, that's right. Our wonderful New York City broadband. Let's see how long that takes. Board members who did not receive the materials, if you would please let us know when you do receive them, then we can move forward.
It was sent, so everyone should have received it again now.
Okay.
This is Arbor Rice, and they were just received by me.
Yeah, I
Thank
sent
you.
it just now.
Yolanda Ford just received.
Wonderful. Thank you. Noting that it's not very long, I'm going to move forward. I'm sure you can skim through it while we... Oh, okay. Well,
Might I suggest that, I'm not sure who's presenting the material, this is Eunice Jackson, but because some of the members didn't receive it prior to the meeting, the person who's presenting, perhaps they can give the highlights of any changes in the budget, any major differences from the last year's budgets.
yes, I believe that'll be Destiny Burns. So, so then we'll move forward. I'm sure she will have a complete presentation for us. So our first order of business is the approval of the minutes of the directors' meeting of October 16th, 2020. I will entertain a motion for approval.
Motion to approve, Yolanda Ford.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. May I have a second?
Deneen Brown, second.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Aye.
This is, hi,
Yeah.
I'm delayed. This is Dana Reed. I didn't see my name as being attending the last meeting, and I was.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, Dana, that's noted for the record.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry
Okay,
to interrupt the motion.
No, my apologies for not asking that. Thank you for chiming in. Are there any other items that anyone else sees that they would like corrected at this time on the agenda item minutes from October? Okay. Hearing none, I'm going to go back.
Hello, this is Maritere.
Yes. Hi. Do you have did you just call in, or do you have a correction?
I just called in. I'm sorry. I just called in. My apologies. I got pulled into a different meeting, emergency meeting. So apologies for that.
Okay. Thank you. What's your name again? I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Maritere Arce. Maria Arce.
Yes. Gotcha. Thank you, Ms. Arce. Okay, going back, I will entertain a motion for approval of the October agenda with the corrections.
Motion to approve, Yolanda Ford.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. May I have a second?
Deneen Brown, second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Any opposed? Thank you. I will now ask Ms. Destiny Burns to present the request for approval of Harlem CDC's fiscal year 2019-2020 operating, capital, and weatherization budgets. Ms. Burns?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. The directors are being requested today to approve Harlem CDC's operating, capital, and weatherization budgets for the fiscal year 2021 through 2022. The operating budget of $1,406,199 proposes a total of $1,134,699 for personnel costs covering HCDC's corporate staff, and a total of $271,500 for other expenses, including insurance, professional fees, and other administrative costs. Notable differences are in the personnel lines and insurance. The overall budget is just over $100,000 less than it was last year. A copy of the detailed operating budget is located on attachment A to these materials for those who are following along. The capital budget proposes a total of $875,000, and that includes $625,000 for estimated cost of the proposed renovations to HCDC's office space and $250,000 to cover legal expenses. Individual capital budget expenses will be brought to the directors as required at a later date under separate action. The weatherization budget, and just to say this, the capital budget is the same as it was last year. The weatherization budget is funded by the U.S. Department of Energy and Health and Human Services, and it's passed through New York State Homes and Community Renewal. It proposes a total of $1,311,432, $597,096 would cover the salaries and friends for weatherization's 7 employees, and $714,336 for non-personal expenses, including materials, contractor fees, administrative expenses, and other costs required for the program's success. The weatherization budget can be located on attachment C for the details of that. I'll entertain any questions.
Okay. Are there no questions for Ms. Burns? And my apologies, I think I said 2019, 2020, and meant 21, 22. Okay. No, is there any discussion at all?
I'm sorry, this is Dana Reed. I do have one question. I'm sorry if I'm delayed. I'm just getting the materials. My Wi-Fi is not great. There's a significant decrease in insurance in the budget from 2021 to 2022, and I'm just curious as to the change.
Well, last year, and due to COVID-19 in the market, there were different expenses that were added, and I believe I can get the details for what the actual insurance expenses were, but they were related to different changes that happened because of the shutdown, et cetera. But
right,
I can
so
get
it's COVID related and not a change to the policies. It's just COVID related.
I can get the details. I think it does have something to do with the policies, but I can get the details and let the board know later.
Okay.
Thank you for that question. Are there any other questions or discussion? Okay. Hearing none, are there any comments from the public? Okay, hearing none, I will entertain a motion for approval.
This is Holly Drakeford. I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Ernestine Temple, second.
Thank you very much. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Are there any opposed? Okay. Thank you very much. Is there any additional business from the directors at this time? There being no further business, may I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Holly Drakeford, I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Ernestine Temple, second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Anyone opposed? Thank you, everyone, for your participation in today's meeting. This meeting of the directors of the Harlem CDC is adjourned. Have a good day.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Everyone.
Have a good one, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.